I'm Dr. Mitutu. I'm one of the cancer doctors. I've been in Scioto County for 8 years, and my wife is a doctor too. We've been living in Wheelersburg. My story starts when I was born, obviously. Where should I start? You know, my son was diagnosed with autism when he was 4. That time we were in upstate New York, Cooperstown. And me being a doctor, I was trying to find answers, like what exactly is going on and why. It was a shocker for us, shocker. And in the process, long story short, we found that our soils are basically dead. And hence, whatever we eat is nutritionally deficient, and our microbiome is all shot. I'm trying to condense everything into like 15 minutes, so that way we all can go home. And that's what led me into studying microbes in the soil. And me being a blood doctor, it was easy because I could just get soil and look under a microscope. Normally I'd look under blood and cancer cells and all, but this has become my new passion, to look soil under a microscope. And that's what I'll be showing today. I have a microscope that is connected to a camera that's connected to the laptop, so you could see live what we can see. And that is my compost. And I've been doing composting for like 3-4 years, where we grow microbes basically. And we use that to grow plants and put it back into the soil. And how that changes soil structure is what I was going to demonstrate, but that's for the later. So I have like a few demonstrations. So who all looked under the microscope sample of soil? Anybody? Very nice. Very nice. And the first time I looked at it, it was like, wow, like I found my answers. This is where the problem is. And we are 60% water. So water is so important. So important. How many of you can drink water from Ohio River directly? Raise your hands. But my vision truly is to be able to drink water from Ohio River someday. Even if it is 20 years or 40 years or 50 years if I'm still alive, that's my vision. And that is doable. And each of us have a role to play. And you will see why, what I got to show. So, this is my compost. I just grabbed a little bit while I was coming here. I added 1 ml of this compost. You could see probably this much. And then I added like 4 ml of water to make a total of 5 ml, right? And then I shaped it. So that way we get all the microbes from the soil into the liquid part, okay? And then I did it for 30 seconds. I already prepared it before coming down there. And I'm going to let it sit for a little, like a few seconds, so the solid particles all settle down, and then we'll have the liquid, okay? So let's put it here. What did I do with my slide? Yeah. So I just cleaned the slide, okay? This is a cover slip. You know, there is 5 ml here, and there is 100 drops of water in here. Each ml is 20 drops. Okay? So I'm going to take a drop. Okay, I'm going to put a drop. So that is 1/100 of 1 ml of soil, and then I'm going to put a cover slip. Okay. Let's see. Feel of that 1 drop, which is 1/100 of a tiny piece of soil, or compost in this case. So if I move around using this, you'll be able to see different field of view. It's called a field of view. And I'm changing the focus so you can see. And these are all bacteria. Every bit of these are bacteria. This is organic matter. This is another organic matter. And I'm sure some of you may know me, but what I'm trying to say is I'd rather prevent cancer than treat cancer. And 1 in 2 adults now is going to have cancer in their lifetime. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, yes. I wouldn't, you know, absolutely. I wouldn't say I'm smarter than your cat.
You don't judge me if you see a straw out there in the mud.
No. See, there is actually, for autism, there is a thing, eat dirt. You know, there is a therapy called eat dirt. So, yeah, I wouldn't judge you if you were. But anyway, you know, this is from just a tiny bit, and every field of view is going to be different. It's going to be different. And this is what gives soil a structure. Okay? So these are called micro aggregates. That means small aggregates. The bacteria make glues to bind things together, and they form their own sweet homes. And then the fungi come and they make macro aggregates that give the bigger structure. And that's what I was going to show here. Is this, if rain falls on soil versus dirt, what's going to happen? I mean, I didn't even use up all the water. You will have spots where there's still drought, even when there is flooding right next to it. We have had 30-year floods and 30-year droughts in the last few years. You have all seen. You know, earlier in spring we had so much rainfall, and it would be like all of a sudden there would be huge rise in the river levels and everything, and flooding our basements. There is no filtering of water because you can see, I mean, actually topsoil is eroded. There is no topsoil. Whereas over here, the water is slow, it doesn't flood. Now, how much time do you think it's going to take for this bed to dry up to this condition? A few weeks, probably. So, you would have water holding capacity for the roots and the plants to thrive. And all this topsoil is going to end up in where? In the rivers. And then the chemicals will go along, kill the natural microbes. Then you'll get like these algae blooms and toxic microbes. In addition, you dump tires and fridge or whatever, then it's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. And this reflects our human health. Our microbiome is versus a healthy human being, microbiome is going to be comparable to this. So that's what I wanted to, demonstrate. We spray chemicals on our lawns to get rid of so-called weeds, and when it rains, it's going to go into the creeks and end up in the river eventually. Same thing, we use like 4 billion tons of Roundup in US, I believe. It's a publicly traded company, so they tell you how much they sell every year. And that's not good either. You're going to end up with cancers, autism, Alzheimer's, autoimmune diseases, you name it. So we started a compost facility to change the way we grow food or maintain our lawns or do commercial agriculture. Hopefully we can demonstrate and others can follow. And hopefully when we do that, all the streams that connect to form the Ohio River will be clean, and we can drink water from Ohio River one day. That would be real nice. Any questions?
Can we just put the compost in a capsule and take it with your morning vitamins? Is it a good idea?
See, the thing is, you have to get the microbes the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, our stomach is acidic, most of the probiotic they'll say they won't get, but they are killed. By the time they enter the pH of the stomach, it's gone. I'll tell you, you all drink milk, right?
No.
Now most of our milk is, yes, I mean, most of us can't even tolerate milk because you are gluten sensitive to dairy
Lactose.
and all. So I want to answer your question in a roundabout way. You know, like 40 years ago, we used to have raw milk and cream on top, right? You all had that? I hope. What is the difference between homogenized milk and cream on top? Is they take milk and then the fat particle is chopped into million particles. So it just suspends. So the cream does not go on the top. Okay? And when they chop it up, they are destroying the membrane that actually holds the good microbes and the nutrients in a capsule form that is not digested in the stomach. And then it goes into your intestine and releases all the good stuff there. But when you chop it up and homogenize it, you are destroying its property, basically. And the milk you drink, obviously, is not nourishing. And also a lot of other things have changed in the way milk, and that's why most of us are allergic to wheat and milk nowadays. So I don't know what capsule you would put this to just swallow. I don't know. But did you hear now stool transplant is one of the most common treatments for a lot of chronic conditions. For C. diff, I heard stool transplant works. For obesity, it works. And I don't know what other chronic conditions they are testing. So instead of putting it from the top, from the bottom is maybe better.
Dirt sounds better.
But you know, if we have this in our yards, we play around, we inhale. I don't know all the mechanism that gets into your body, you know, honestly. But that's good research that we need to focus on.
Your compost, is it a publicly available compost or is it like a local effort? It's just starting.
Right now it is just in my place. We make it, we sell it, but I'm having even difficulty getting raw material. Like for example, like they cut up all these trees, right? I'll say, can you please drop off them at my place? And they won't because it's like 10 miles away. They would rather go down an alley and just dump it into it. It's a shame. You know, and then there's a lot of man hours that's needed, a lot of studying. So I'm starting this so people can come and, you know, these kids when they go to college, they can come and study and figure it out, you know, give them, if that's what interests you.
Of course.
If not, then use it to grow food. I mean, my fruit trees, they are doing amazing because we use this and it works. It works. It's not question in my mind. I mean, that's how nature is there. That's how nature works. For example, I'll show you my peach tree that was like 3 years old. It just blows my mind.